Hello! For those who have managed to keep interested in ornamental turning, I suspect it's a niche appeal, so I hope you're still watching this. I've decided to do an interim video before my final video. This one is actually attempting to make a rosette myself, a more detailed one, not a standard scalloped one, but more of an artistic profile. I'm using Forstner bits to create the curves and see how accurate I can make it. I haven't access to a 3D printer or the person who did my previous profiles, so I've decided to make one and see if I can make it accurate enough for it to be of use. Thanks for all those who are keeping up. Oh yes, and the reason why I'm doing this interim video is because the third video, the final video, I'll actually make something, so I can hope I can keep both parties interested, those who just want wood turning and those who might be inclined towards ornamental turning. So I'm hoping to please the people there. Anyway, that's enough waffling, let's get on. To make this rosette, it's essential that all the profiles are completely concentric, and I could have stuck a computer printout onto the plywood and worked to that, but unfortunately it's a bit more difficult to do that. The paper can tend to buckle and give you inaccuracies, so I have to take the long route and actually draw the thing out on the plywood using a compass and ruler and get it as accurate as I can. All the curved cutouts in the plywood will be achieved by using Forstner bits, and I'm designing the profile to suit the Forstner bits that I have available. In order to make the Forstner bit cutouts in the plywood perfectly concentric, I need to be able to rotate the plywood on a central axis, and this is where my jig, which has been outlined in a previous video, comes into play. I use this jig for making scalloped knobs, but it comes in useful for this purpose. Here I'm checking the Forstner bit with the centres of the cutouts I'm going to make in the rosette. So I'm just checking for concentricity and the points that I've made before I start actually making cuts with the Forstner bits. The curved projections on the periphery of the rosette are the most difficult to produce. I'm having to use my scroll saw to get a reasonably smooth finish, but even then it's hard to get a unique accuracy, so I'll do the roughing out on the scroll saw and then do some sanding on the bobbin sander to get the projection, the curved projections as accurately as I can to my compass lines. Because the body of the router gets in the way of the cutter, prevents the cutter accessing the wood, I've used an extension shaft, a high speed shaft, which I indicated on my previous video, and that allows me to get any diameter of cutter up to the wood without the body of the router getting in the way. So I'm trying my first vertical cut and see what the result is. Just as a point of interest, there is one advantage of making videos that affect me personally, is that by seeing the playback I can see a slight movement in the support of the high-speed shaft as the cutter enters the wood, which is interesting for me, so I can sort that out. It might explain some minute pattern deficiencies as a result, so I can sort this out later. I've set the router in horizontal mode now, and I'm using a bullnose cutter. But the trouble is, this wood that I've picked, which I think might be a Roko, is quite dusty, and it's collecting over the cut itself, so I can't see the profile until I get rid of the dust. I made a blank of cherry, which is a closer grain timber. Fruitwood tends to be more receptive of high detail, so I'm using this. I've counted the high-speed shaft to 45 degrees and see what effect this has on the cut itself. I'm beginning to recognise one thing about ornamental turning is there's a lot of not failures, but a lot of cuts that are quite subjective to whether you like them or not. I can't say I'm enamoured by what I've done here. It's okay, but it's a lot of trial and error. And like I said in my previous video, what I really need to do is to get a database of the profiles that I've created and make a record of them that I can refer straight back to them. Otherwise it's quite a labour intensive occupation. I've reverted back to a horizontal cut again, using a normal router bit, a flat bottom router bit, groove cutter, and I hope this gives an accurate representation of the rosette that I've made. I'm making an educated guess here that by using a hand wheel operation instead of stepper motors, there's a difference in speed of cut as the follower goes downhill on the rosette. It tends to speed up a bit due to the bungee cord pulling towards it, whereas a stepper motor controls the speed no matter whether it's going up the profile or down the profile. Maybe something I can perhaps think of a way I can make the cut more even, but it does tend to jump a little bit on the downward cut. I've noticed as I'm cutting this pattern, when I take it off, that the outside pattern is okay from an observation point of view, but as I get closer and closer to the centre of the blank, the inaccuracies of my rosette become more prominent, and there's slight discrepancies at the centre. Sometimes the wood may chip off due to the unevenness of the cut. It's acceptable, but it's not perfect, and the whole idea of ornamental turning is to be able to do highly detailed work, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. Anyway, it's a case of persevering and see how I can refine the cut and refine modifications to it. Using the same rosette setting, I'll see what happens on the outside diameter of this cherry blank, see what it comes out like. Well, the result hasn't created a great deal of enthusiasm on my part. The cut's too deep. There's a bit of vibration, taking quite deep cuts by the time I've incised into the wood substantially, so it's not worth the effort. I think what I'll do it on the corner and re-establish the face outline on the diameter and see if I can make a pendant. That's better. At least my testing has produced something at the end of it. Thanks for watching. Look for watch my next video, which I'll be making something a bit more ambitious using my ornamental lathe. All the best. Please press the like button to help my algorithm, and subscribe. All the best to you all.